Hello everybody and welcome back. It's been about a year since I've last been on this mod. It is DCI Last Alliance, and with the general extra different submods of Divide and Conquer, Third Age Total War rather, this just kind of came to my mind. Why don't I come back to this? Because I had a comment regarding this mod and I was like, oh yeah, how's everything going with that? And, well, there has been a patch, so there won't be quite the same instability with certain units, like wolves and things like that, or so they say, but we are going to be playing as Harad. Harad aren't quite the same as they are in the Third Age. As we know them, these are basically Dark Numenoreans, okay? We are led by two kings, and, well, we're not going to mess around kind of like going on and on for too long. We're just gonna go, yeah, whatever, just go and destroy things. And strengths are that we have numerous light infantry. We'll get to see some of that. We have the Black Numenoreans, as I've kind of already alluded to, and we've got the mighty Mumakil. There we are. We've got a juicy little picture for you there. And we do lack early, heavily armored units. Everyone's got to have a weakness. You can't just be uber powerful. We're not playing dwarves or something like that. But here we are. Welcome to Middle-earth. And did I already mention the reason why I'm playing this is because with everything that's going on with Amazon, Lord of the Rings on Prime thing, obviously this is kind of going to be in the same era. Not really, though. I mean, we don't truly know just yet. Maybe the later seasons will be. But the game notes are such that the balancing has been designed for very hard campaign and battle settings. So if you want to truly experience this mod, then do so. And then you also get this little scroll about Balrog of Khazad-dûm. Do you want it in the game, and do you want Immortal Nazgul? I'm just gonna accept. I see no reason why not to. You can actually go back and change that. Oh, and there's a little horn going there. And we are centered upon Umbar. Umbar is our chief city, and we have the harbor wall, which, by the way, there is, I did watch Ngugi Total War Center, TWC. That is the name of his YouTube channel. I think I watched his overview of this faction like 3 years ago, and I just watched it again. And this is actually on the battle map. Umbar is the largest settlement in the game. It is the only huge city, and just look at that faction, or that custom strategy model, the CSM. We've got Robar over here, and Kiryat-Anast there. We've got Barad and Kalimon, Minas Kalmasil, or I suppose it would be Minas Kalmakil. Yeah, and Kadar Zimrathon and Kadar Gimilzor. The reason being also, by the way, yes, I did just watch the overview. These are, of course, like Sindarin names, and as you go further and further into the east, as the Numenoreans kind of colonize this area, obviously they would eventually adopt Adunaic names, hence the Gimilzor, which is I can't remember, it was the name of, I think it was the king before Pharazôn. No, that is not correct. No, I think that is Pharazôn's father was called Gimilzor, who was the brother of I think it was like Palantiri or something. I can't remember. He was farsighted. He tried to repent, but it was too late. Same with Zimrathon, but obviously you guys can look this up yourself. But I just thought that was an interesting point. Minas, of course, is just the tower of. So we've got these dotted around, and I have already had a look that King Herimor is our joint faction leader. There's a bit of a biography there. And should we ever come into contact with Palantiri, he does have exceptional will, which will allow him to actually use it, because if we go over to this guy here, ooh, he's edgy around Mordor. I don't think, yeah, see, this guy does not have anything about his will. He has no will. He does not care at all. But if we come over here, does he have anything? No, he doesn't really have any trait about will. Let me just check that I am not just making this up. traditionally minded. I don't really know. I'm fairly certain there is a mechanic there anyway. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, see, this guy's got exceptional will. And it does also increase the cost to bribe. Now, if we look at our diplomacy, obviously Dark Lord has no invasion plans just yet, and we will be joining upon those. We are allied to Mordor solely. We are at war with the Numenorean kingdoms, who, as you all know, are predominantly over here, kind of in this area, and then all the way up here in Arnor. They've got a few locations over there, and really only just across the bay. Now, what I would propose that we do, because I mean I've never played as this faction before, is try to make up for our economy. Our economy currently isn't fantastic, but let's just have a look over here and see what we can get. Now, I do recall playing this mod about a year ago, is that, yeah, these things don't give the most money. However, Umbar is the only faction to gain access to the caravan stop line, and that makes a lot. 2,800 cost, and yeah, I think what we should probably do is get a bunch of these, because that's going to give us the money. Now, we can also build a slave market. Yeah, there we go. 200 bonus to income. So this is currently giving us quite a lot. But what Ngugi did say is that that does actually increase the culture for others, because you're building, you know, you're bringing in slaves. But I mean, there's just such a rich line here of construction and everything that I don't want to bore everyone. We will get onto these things, just as we will also get onto the Dark Temple of Zigur. Oh, they're good. Trust me when I say that these are good. There's a distinct difference between light infantry and heavy infantry, and these guys are kind of in the middle. And yeah, so we have to be really kind of focused on just where we want to spend our money. This is kind of on the front line, so I don't know if I want to put anything there. Robar's quite far away. I think, is this meant to be like one of our major towns as well? Possibly. I mean, I think we pop that in there, and then can we get anything better than Southron Levy? 3 and 8 is not fantastic. Oh, okay. Yes. So from your castles, that is predominantly where you want to be getting your troops from. And in this mod also, missile attack isn't... It's fairly standardized. It doesn't go much higher than 6. However, accuracy is the main thing. So you can get different troops from both the stronghold to your cities. So there's a lot to think about, and there's a lot of finesse that can go into a campaign such as this. But what are our opening moves? I think we get those 2 units. If we can get any, yes, because we can't get them anywhere else. And, you know, they're decent archers. Decent in melee as well, although I don't know quite how many arrows they get. I think Ngugi did say that they get a few. But, yes. Oh, I didn't even talk about our bodyguards. We've got a few generic ones. So here we've got Carib Archers bodyguard. And we've got some other units here that we will be seeing. But I do know that there is a settlement somewhere down here. But we're going to... That is going to be our first port of call. Okay? So, off we go. We're just going to go with this. And you know what? We're going to take our faction leader. And seeing as we actually have to pay for all of these... Because there isn't very much in the way of free upkeep. I think we better just pop off. And in fact, let's just go a bit further forward. I'm fairly certain that it's over here, because I did actually already have a have a bit of a look before we started the campaign. Not gonna lie. We do have a spy here too. And I think what we're gonna do with the spy is I kind of want to go and check out what is happening with... Oh, there's the settlement. Okay. We want to check out what is happening over here on our frontier. We are at war. Remember, they could come and attack us. I don't know if they will. And I'm kind of hoping they don't. So, oh, and also, there's actually a settlement over here.
Full sails.
Which
Set sail.
we could go and grab, but I'm going to play it very conservatively because I think that is probably, that's how I recall having to play this as I played the elves. So I'm going to send you into that fort. I think you do get free upkeep there. But if we've got any agents, no we don't. Right, well before we end the turn, we should probably sort that out. Let's get a diplomat. I think that's probably the place to get them. Yeah. Okay, let's end the turn. I really do enjoy just how quick these turn times are. Oh, okay, it's there. I thought it was further over here. Well.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go over there. This might be a little dangerous, but I think we can move this guy along as well.
Command.
Oh, it's over there.
Move.
I am awful. Right, well, they've only got Saffron Warband. I don't know what their stats are, but I'd imagine they're pretty similar to what we've got here. So here we've got some Harad warriors. These are not Numenoreans, certainly. Obviously, you know, this guy right here, he probably was born perhaps on Numenor. Because at this point, 3429, I think it was 3319. Yeah, it does actually say it in the welcome message. It's been 100 years since Numenor sank. And, oh, don't forget to read the faction information scroll for this faction. So, Shift F1. Oh, we probably need to get off that. So, you thought the droning on my voice had already stopped with the first turn, but it does not. Invasions are called by the Dark Lord of Mordor, and the One Ring. As a follower of Sauron, we are followers of Sauron. This faction can never possess the One Ring, nor destroy it. If it becomes lost, then you may be asked to help find it. The Find a Ring shortcut shows its location, and there is a scroll that helps you do all of those things, including there's even a thing that helps you pick out the best faction capital as well, which is pretty good. Next, blah blah blah. General game tips: declare war on an ally. You must first break your alliance using a diplomat. These are all things that you should probably know if you've ever played DAC, as probably most people at this point in time in 2021. Most people aren't just playing Third Age Total War anymore. And here is some information about the Palantiri, but we'll probably get to that if we are able to capture one. And yeah, that's probably all the relevant things. Oh, and there's a barracks event sometime between turns 40 and 48. So all things that are relatively familiar to you if you've played DAC before. Wildmen of Bennett White have gone to war with the Numenorian kingdom, so I think that's pretty standard, and something that definitely will happen. Right. Well, I don't think we can. I don't think I've even had a look at what this guy's got. So yeah, this guy does have cavalry. I knew that, but Ar-Karib, the king's cavalry, probably. Only the most skilled and devoted warriors of the Barim Karib. Wow. Oh, I think that this is all like Adonaic, but it's very poorly fleshed out language by Tolkien, so there's not a whole lot you can really go with. But a very good charge cavalry, shock cavalry. Yes. Whereas this one here, it's an archer one, obviously. But that is not our standard bodyguard. Right, well, I don't know quite why I got those then. Do we have a fort somewhere around here? We do have one over there. I could plop him in there. Or we could put them in here. or we could venture out and see, because this territory is not the same as that. Yeah, that's Upper Harondor, which is good. And actually, these units in here, yeah, they're all peasants, and bandits probably aren't very good. So, oh, wait, hang on. Let's just go over here, because I don't know who owns that. Right, okay, so the Numenoreans are already there. Or should I say the exiles? We are also Numenoreans. Let's not forget that. Right, okay, so the border is there. So this is all rebel held, but let's just, I'm fairly certain there's like something over there. I could be wrong. But it looks like, I think there's maybe a settlement somewhere here on the coast. So we'll bring the spy over, and we might just strike out and get that. Because if we can expand a little bit, that would be helpful. It's not like the most crucial thing, but obviously I kind of want to get over to this island, but I don't know what they've got.
Sir. Full sail.
Right, ooh, okay.
Set sail.
Right, well, they got a bunch of pirates, and they've got no armor, so our archers could do really well up against them. Though they also have archers. What does this guy have? Okay, so they've got 3 units of pirates and then desert hunters, which are probably the same as our Southron levy hunters. So that guy is a Haradrim pirate as well. So we've got 2. We could bring these guys over, but I think we might need a bit more. What can we recruit in these? It's not good, is it? It's not good. How do we get more? Okay. Good charge. I suppose that's all you really need, but where can I get those pirates from? Where do I get pirates? I kind of want to get pirates. Azulada Mariners. Those are the archers. Yeah, so they come from the port. Oh, am I looking at the wrong? I think I'm looking at the wrong town here, aren't I? Yeah, if we come over here, because there might just be something. No. What building? Surely you can get it from a Harad fences there. Well, I won't go too in depth on it. It'll probably pop up. But how's the money doing? We are actually making money, and I really just want to put in, how much does a market make? So 94 to 100. That's pretty dire. See, that makes a lot more money, doesn't it? So if we could just put one, we are just going to put one in over here as well. I know that does kind of stretch us a little bit thin, but we are going to get some more money shortly. Oh, and let's get our diplomat, actually. Let's use him as a bit of a spy as well. Let's just send him out over there and put you in the fort. Please tell me you're free. Yes. Yes, you are. Okay. Atu. Look at this guy. He looks very regal. See, this guy's got exceptional will. However, I don't know if we really... Oh, he's a skilled bureaucrat, though. Thing is, you do have to pay for these generals, and you don't get very much free upkeep. And... I feel like we've got enough generals right now. I'm going to say no. We may end up regretting that. Right, so... Okay, Sicker. In we go. Oh, we need a bit more. We'll bring these guys in. Now, I don't see this being much of an issue for us. But if we can get 2 rams, that's better. We're going to go in there next turn. And we've got good culture there, so it should be relatively simple to carry on going. Now, oh, we've got a watchtower here. Yeah, so we've got Rune over here, but I'm very certain that there's also another rebel settlement over here. And also, Mummerkill. You want to get that. So we've got another place where we can get more Mummerkill. That's always good. But let's bring this ship back over here. Because I think if we can just go and get that, that would be a really nice... It would just be really nice. wouldn't
without
it?
question.
Maybe that's like... Oh, look at that. There we are. Right, what do we have in it? Well, first things first. This is a village. Population is high. I don't know just how high it needs to be to grow. Obviously, in DAC, it's 1,200 to become larger. But if this is the same, you know, that... I mean, the public order there is atrocious, but maybe that's because... Oh, Spear Militia, 6 and 17. That's actually pretty good. We do have Zimrith on here, though, and he's got some... they're effective against armor, though, so... Maybe we could go and get that. We just need that one unit to kind of hold the fort. And then I think we go in. I think we go in with that. Can we reach it in one turn?
Yes.
No. No, we can't. Why are you saying yes? No, we can't. Don't make promises you can't keep, mate. So let's go over here.
I shall continue.
And... Oh, wait, hang on. You can just about see... Is that a border there? It definitely changes colour. I reckon they're right there. Well, we've got the ship coming over here. So we'll take those 3 units, 2 archers, and then I think we'll probably need someone else just to hold the line. You know what? I think we'll just go... This is very aggressive, I feel like. This is more aggressive than I feel I should be, but we'll go forth. Oh, and something I haven't even done. We need to put these on low because... wait, hang on. Can this place grow? Oh, yeah, absolutely can. I mean, it's a large town. We can go up to minus city or large city. We can go up to large city. And over here, this can... So it goes hold, stronghold, castle. Or castle fortress. Maybe fortress is blocked off. Maybe large city... No, I'm pretty certain I was able to build large cities as the elves. I could be wrong. But certainly up to city anyway. So we'll do the same here. That's got such a long way to grow. The population growth is very low in this mod. That is something that I recall. And getting farming is actually maybe better. However, just the fixed building income also is very good to get early on. Just so you can kind of put that money into the economy. Right, well, let's go forward and then we can take our first settlement. Okay. Well, this is a surprise to me because, as I say, I have not played this before. I've only played as the elves once. Reports arrived from your civil and military advisors, my lord. The great war of this age is in motion. Stone castles and larger military fortifications can offer professional forces if resources are devoted to that end. Okay, so this is just about the barracks event. Okay? That's all... I got a bit hyped up there, but that's okay. We've got the caravan stops though. That is good news. And look at that. We are making money. Always good. Always good. But now we take Sika because we've got only 13 more turns. Now we could actually wait 2 more turns just to siege them out, but I'm not a fan of that. Southron Warband, they've got 6 and 12. We've got 3 units of archers and they've got 2 armor. They've also got some archers, but again, we outnumber them. And I think the Far Harad warriors are probably enough to take on their Southron warband.
There'll be no escaping us now. Attack!
So here we are, and we're gonna go and take down that gate. Unless they've changed it, the towers in this mod are nowhere near the power levels of DAC, so you can totally do this. Without a ballista to take out those towers, they're not going to get too many kills. We've sent in our very armored... look at that parry and shield. So anything coming from the front, they've got an 8 defense. And look how good they look. I think they look really, really cool. These are like more of the native people. They are not from the Numenorean stock, if you will.
Spearmen.
And then we've got some spearmen here. These look very similar to Haradrim spears from Dak. Obviously, most of my audience probably knows quite a lot about Dak. There's more Far Harad dudes. And then here we've got Sathron Levy Hunters ×2. And they also look very familiar. Then we come over here. We've got the R Carib. And he will lead. And look, they do look very much like those folks of the Numenorean kingdoms, because they basically are the same. Like, some of these bros could have known. They could have known the Numenoreans in exile, rather, in Gondor. They probably hated them. In fact, they did. They were probably sacrificing them on their altar. But, yeah, so they've got the same kind of helmet. And I do believe that these guys do whip out a sword and shield when they are in melee. And then we also have the Carib Archer's Bodyguard, which are probably similar to just the generic unit as well. But anyway, we're going to go forward as we are knocking down the gate. I hope that you've enjoyed that. Also, let me know if you like this battle AI, or you like the more common one, which has got all the bits and bobs at the bottom of the screen. Screen. I just kind of prefer the minimalist look, but I am totally open to changing that if people prefer to have a better view. So it looks like they're just kind of happy to go over there, so we're just going to run on in there. But we're not going to finesse this too much. I would like to shoot their archers though with our archers. So let's go ahead and do that. And you know what? Let's bring in our general over here and our king. I can't remember if this was Heribor or Fwynir. The two brothers that rose to power. Actually, I just got that little quotation in the loading screen. So this is a hold. This is the lowest tier, and I think we've only lost one man, which again would not happen if you were playing Dak. You would have lost like that whole unit probably. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I just mean like it heavily favors a defender. And you know, I have certainly benefited from that, and I've also kind of lost the will to live to that. So there's pros and cons, you know. There's a rough and a smooth. So you know what, let's just go charging in. I think our archers are probably good enough to, you know what, just make sure you're aiming at dudes at the back. And what we'll do with this unit over here, we'll attack from the rear, and these will just bring in a bit closer. I don't know if we're going to send in our general.
Very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
But this might take a while, even with the archers. But notice how inaccurate they are, because some of them, unless actually it's... No, they're all aiming at those desert hunters, yet some of them are like hitting, like, look at that, you just got hit. Like, that is not close. You're not hitting the mark there at all. But they'll probably still get loads of kills because these guys just don't have any armor, which again is quite thematic really, because like, yeah, they've got clothes on, which you could say is armor, but is that really gonna stop a blade? I mean, maybe it will, because there's kinds of armor, you know, from like the Middle Ages, where I think they just basically had bits of cloth that they just stacked on top of each other, and that was counted as armor. There is a proper name for it. I can't remember it. But another cool thing is, yeah, see, it says if you go over the special ability, it does actually say what it does. So you don't have to guess and be like, oh, it's probably pretty good. That, you know, that's good. It doesn't tell you the duration, but you know, you got Harad Fury. Again, increases combat effectiveness, slightly decreases fatigue, and slightly decreases defense. Well, in a setting like this, I don't know if that's a good thing. But let's bring him over because we can maybe utilize his speed to bring him over here. Otherwise, this is going to be a hard slog. You know what? We'll send them in. And I don't mind shooting over here because these guys have got an 8 missile block from the front along with their armor. So I don't think they will take much friendly fire. But they do look fantastic. They do look a little bit like they almost belong to Rune. Just because I'm so used to, like, from the films and everything where you've got the golden armor of Rune and the Easterlings. So, anyway.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
But, anyway, we've brought these boys in. And I'll be intrigued to see the stats because obviously these guys have not got... They've got the same missile attack, but maybe they've got better accuracy. Obviously from here they're going to get loads of kills, but let's go ahead and use the Lord of Numenor. Oh, that's... Oh my god, that was so scary. I'm frightened. Just as these boys are. Look at that there.
Riders of the Harad way.
Oh. Yeah, they're wavering. Let's keep firing. Let's just make sure we kill them. We're gonna bust them out of the town square. And I think, you know what? Let's just send these guys into melee. He's not gonna die, is he? I mean, I really hope not. But, I mean, it's possible. Let's just bring these... Come on, let's wipe them out. Well, we are actually losing quite a lot of our Carib. And it does make me a little bit nervous. Ah, but there you see that they do have a sword and shield as well. But, yeah, their defense is not that good. Their defense is 20, even with that. So, putting them up against spearmen, maybe not the best idea. I don't know if in this mod they've, like, really tweaked the amount of bonus that they get against mounts, because I know in DAC, I think they've turned that down a little bit just to make sure that spearmen are a little bit better against infantry. So you can't have it both ways. So can we just hurry up and finish these guys off? Because I really want to take another settlement.
Behold how our
there we go. We lost 49 men. Right, let's have a look at these kills then. Far Harad warriors, that's to be expected. We did take some losses, but that's okay. You gotta break a few eggs. And 64 for the Carib Archer Bodyguard, and the Levy Hunters 69 and 74. Although equally, you know, they only used half their ammunition. It's hard to gauge it on that. And down they go. Excellent.
Victory!
And we are just going to occupy. It does look like it is a reason. Oh my days. Oh, that is a lot of growth that is required. But you know what? I think it's probably doable. Hang on. Where are the farms? Why am I blind? You know what? I've not actually had an eye test. I was recently just thinking maybe I should get one. It's like, you know, when you just start looking and you've been like, you no longer think about, is it just because I've just been looking at something close up for a really long time, and now that I look away it's like a bit blurry, or is it just like that all the time, you know? Maybe because it's like a gradual process, but I have really noticed maybe over the course of the last year, basically during lockdown, because you know, basically been looking at a screen for a longer time. Has that just ruined my eyesight? Oh, we've got a nice little, well, it's not a green book, but special units, Far Harad infantry, Far Harad warriors, Mumakil, and capability to gather local troops when under siege. Oh, that's only AI. But yeah, we do get some bonuses in this region. Some AORs, if you like. But we got that bit of money there. And that was King Herimor. Excellent. So we've taken our first region. This is fantastic news. Absolutely fantastic. And I think what we're going to do is take that and then try and take this region over here. However, I'm going to cut it short. This is going to be a first little intro into this campaign. However, I'm now actually just going to record the next episode immediately after, and I think I will also post it in quick succession. So tomorrow, as you're watching this. Thank you very much for watching. Pop any suggestions down in the comments what you'd like to see in this campaign, and who you would like to see us fight, perhaps. Anyway, I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.